please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, the Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked out and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, so it's time for another episode of Hit or Miss, where I look at NHL teams' first round draft picks from 2005 through 2015 and determine if each pick is a hit or a miss. Today, we're going to be closing out the Pacific Division with the San Jose Sharks. Before we get started, I just have to ask that you please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you haven't already, as both of those things really help out the channel a lot and are very much appreciated. Let's get into it here with San Jose, guys, starting in 2005, where the San Jose Sharks had the 8th overall pick in the NHL draft. And with that selection, they took right wing Devin Setoguchi. Devin Setoguchi went on to play 516 games in the NHL, scoring 131 goals, 130 assists for 261 points and a -11 rating. Setoguchi's career got off to a really good start. In his first full season, he had a 30-goal year with San Jose. I believe he scored 31 in total that year. And it was a really good start to his career. Unfortunately for Devin Setoguchi, he never hit those numbers again, and it was all downhill after his first full season. And he had a couple more 20-goal seasons, but never hit 30 again. And then after those couple more 20-goal seasons, he never even hit 20 again. And Setoguchi ended up playing over 500 career games, but only got 261 points. And a lot of those came early in his career as he really faded quickly at the NHL level. And for that reason, him being a top 10 pick, I'm going to say that this pick is a slight miss, as they certainly could have done better 8th overall than Setoguchi, somebody who had a longer career and somebody who had a more impactful career, because Setoguchi looked good at first, but then went downhill really fast. And if this was a late first-round draft pick, that would be okay. If this was 28th overall, I think I'd be calling this a hit. But because when you're picking in the top 10, you're not just looking for a good NHL player, you're looking for a star player, or even a superstar player with a top 10 pick, and Devin Setoguchi was not a star or superstar type player. So I'm going to say slight miss on that one. In 2006, they selected 16th overall, and with that pick, they took defenseman Ty Wishart, who went on to play 26 games in the NHL, scoring 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points, and a +5 rating. Wishart played a lot in the minor leagues and in the AHL, but he never really made it at the NHL level, and that makes this obviously a miss, as he only played 26 career games. Barely touched NHL ice, and obviously not what you want out of a first-round draft pick. So he just never quite got there to being a full-time NHL player, so that pick is a miss. 2007, they had 2 first-round draft picks, the first one coming 9th overall, where they took center Logan Couture. Obviously, this is a massive hit, as Couture has gone on to play 715 games, all with the Sharks, scoring 256 goals, 290 assists for 546 points, and a +51 rating. He is now the captain of the team. He is their first-line center. He's absolutely been a huge piece of the San Jose Sharks' success over the past decade. Really good player, growing from somebody who just came into the lineup through being a third-line type guy into being a top 6 forward, and then becoming now a star first-line forward in the NHL. He's an awesome player to watch, a guy I really like in the league, and absolute hit there at 9th overall in 2007. They picked again at 28th overall, and with that pick, they selected defenseman Nick Petrecki, who went on to play only 1 NHL game, scoring no points in an even rating. Another guy who played a lot in the minor leagues. I remember watching in the AHL a lot, but just never really made it to the NHL. Only played 1 game. That pick is a miss. In 2008 and 2009, the Sharks did not have a first-round pick, so we are skipping ahead now to 2010, where once again they selected 28th overall, and with that pick, they took forward Charlie Coyle. Now, Charlie Coyle was a part of the Brent Burns deal that brought Burns to San Jose, and Coyle went to Minnesota. And now Coyle plays for Boston after being traded from Minnesota to Boston. But Coyle's put together a really, really nice career as a middle-of-the-lineup type forward, second or third line. He's played 570 games, scoring 109 goals, 176 assists for 285 points and a +39 rating. Obvious hit here for a late first-round draft pick to come in and become a pretty darn good middle-of-the-lineup player. Obviously, he's a big part of this year's Boston Bruins team, and they just signed him to a long-term extension. So Boston really likes what they've seen from him. I love what I've seen from Charlie Coyle in a Bruins uniform, and he's become a really solid NHL player. So over 500 games played, over 200 points, still in the NHL. Definitely a hit there with Charlie Coyle. 2011, they once again did not have a first-round draft pick, so we skip ahead to 2012, where they picked 17th overall and took center Tomas Hertl. Tomas Hertl still on the Sharks to this day. A really important player in their lineup, a really good player for them. He's played 453 games, scoring 132 goals, 148 assists for 280 points and a -1 rating. He's become a big-time top 6 player for them. Really, really good guy to have offensively and a great career so far. That's still far, far from over for Tomas Hertl. So definitely a hit there. With him at 17. In 2013, they selected 18th overall. And with that pick, they took defenseman Mirko Mueller. Now, Mirko Mueller didn't really go on to have a great career with the Sharks. He's kind of bounced around a little bit. He's been on that line between AHL and NHL. At best, he's a number 6 defenseman now. He's played 185 career games, scoring 5 goals, 23 assists for 28 points and a -25 rating. I am going to say that this pick is a miss. As a mid-first round draft pick, he hasn't really become a full-time regular in the NHL. He's right on that line between being like a number 7 guy and being a number 6 on your bottom pair. But for a first-round draft pick, he has not turned out to be as good as people thought he was going to be. So that pick at 18 is a miss. 2014, they selected 27th overall, and with that pick, they took right wing Nikolai Goldobin. Goldobin went on to play 125 games, scoring 19 goals, 27 assists for 46 points and a -23 rating. Again, another guy who never really found his footing at the NHL level. This pick is a miss. He did play in the NHL. You know, he has 125 games. He played with Vancouver quite a bit. But he never, was never a long-term, full-time NHLer, never found a home in an NHL lineup, really. And now, I should have checked this, but I believe he's out of the league now and overplaying in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. I think he left North America and went back to Europe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but again, never became the player that he was expected to be, and certainly not living up to being a first-round draft pick. So that one is a miss. And finally, 2015, they selected 9th overall again. And with that pick, they took right wing Timo Meier. And Timo Meier is an absolute hit so far with 263 games played, 76 goals, 81 assists for 157 points and a -10 rating. Another guy like Tomas Hertl who is still on the team and has become a huge part of their lineup offensively. Had a massive year last season. This year, not as good, but no one's numbers are as good in San Jose this year. Obviously, they've had, as a team, a terrible season this season. But Tomas Hertl is still, Timo Meier, is still young, still, on the upswing of his NHL career. He was only drafted 5 years ago, and, he's still got plenty of room to grow and develop and get even better. He can be a 30-goal scorer, really, really good top 6 offensive player for them, so that pick is 100% a hit for the San Jose Sharks. So there you have it, guys. San Jose's first-round picks from 2005 to 2015. There were quite a few years where they didn't have picks. Obviously, when you're a good team, like San Jose mostly has been, then you trade those first-round picks a lot and for exchange of players that are trying to help you win the cup. They've been a good team. They made definitely some good, really good picks here. Obviously, Couture is massive. Hertl, Coyle was a good pick. Meier was a good pick. They have some misses as well, like every team does, but they definitely made some really, really solid picks here in the first round. So that does it for San Jose, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.